Hello, everyone. Yours truly, Chrislevi13, here with the bite-sized Vault 13. And you may be asking yourself, if you're new to the channel, what exactly is the Vault 13? If you've been around for a while, you'd be like, you used to do a podcast called Vault 13. What is this? Well, I'll explain what this is, the inspiration for this, as well as talking about WrestleMania 40 and some other things pertaining to me in mere moments. So sit back, relax, and let's get ready to dive into this because it's been a while since I just sat down right here in the vault and recorded a video for you outside of just, hey, let's go live. Hey, let's do some kind of short. So let's get into it. So with that intro out of the way, the intros will be more precise and better going forward as I do this more. But what exactly is the bite-sized version of the Vault 13? Well, the Vault 13 was a podcast that I used to do where I did interview some fellow creators and all that, but kind of just talked about some things in game, maybe mentioned a few wrestling and music things from time to time that I saw in WWE, AEW, just things that were going on at the said time, and everything like that. And some of you all out there actually gave me some ideas for some of the stuff that I did on that, and some of the stuff I think eventually had gameplay in there and all that. Well, that is something that I used to do and something that I thought about for a long, long time of bringing back. But I was like, how do I bring the podcast back? Because the podcast is at least an hour long or more episodes of me just sitting right here in the vault and talking to you about different things, different topics out there and all that. And I know I don't always have the time to do that, but I thought, you know what? If in 2024 it is going to be my best year yet, I'm going to be the best version of myself. I'm going to be paying it forward and doing all these different things to make sure that every aspect of my life, from health, physical, mental, spiritual, family, work, all that is better. Why not bring back something that when I did do it, all those episodes, 39, 40 episodes that I did of it, I was happy in doing. Let's bring it back. But what do you mean by bite size? Well, this bite size version of it will be like the podcast, but it'll be little bite-sized versions where there'll be 30 minutes or less episodes where I would just get a few things and kind of just talk to you about it. Some things pertaining to me, some things I see out there in the world, and then some things about the stuff that I'm passionate about, and that is music, wrestling, and gaming that I see out there, because right now, here in 2024, I can say with what I'm seeing in music, I really enjoy a lot of things out there. What I'm seeing in pro wrestling, I'm really enjoying it. What I'm seeing out there in video games, I am really enjoying some of the games that I've been playing, but also some of the things with some of these companies and the layoffs and all that, I haven't necessarily really enjoyed, but I do, because of the people I'm subscribed to, the people I follow on social media, see a lot of that. But the inspiration for me coming back and doing this is from some fellow creators that I've seen. And one particular fellow creator, their links will be down in the description box below, is named WheezyBlonde. Hopefully I'm saying that right, but her name's WheezyBlonde and everything like that. And she's a creator that I found through Twitch. And she's a creator that reacts to Raw, SmackDown, NXT, PLE's Premium Live events, and sometimes she has done AEW as well, where she sits there and you can't really, you obviously can't stream that stuff, but she can give her reaction like Mr. Santi Zap and others do. She gives her reactions to that, and then she takes some of her reactions and basically gets herself and the clip that she's reacting to and puts them together and posts that on like TikToks, Instagram Reels, Shorts, stuff like that, And she does a thing on her YouTube channel called Shooting the Weeds, where basically she shoots the shit, talks about things going on in her life and in pro wrestling. Well, I thought, you know what? I'm being inspired by it. I'm watching that. It's making me want to do things, be creative as a person. So I thought, you know what? Let's bring back me doing something right here with what I do on this channel, because I know for a long while I've kind of gone away from the Let's Plays and I've gone away from this and I've gone away from that. Well, hey, let's bring it back. So WheezyBlonde, I know you may never see this. If somebody ever got her to see this, cool, great, but WheezyBlonde is the inspiration for me kind of doing a bite-sized version of my podcast. Which, if that means I'm doing a bite-sized version, there eventually will be, and probably sometime this year, a fuller episode of the podcast. But in addition to that, outside of me just live streaming stuff on my PS5, Xbox, Switch, whatever I'm playing, I want to have some supplemental content that might not be weekly, but it could be several times a month, maybe weekly, maybe bi-weekly, depending on how I'm able to record it. But something to go in to those streams, because not everybody's gonna want to dive into the stream and see what's going on. And they may support me, but they always want to watch that long ass stream. So there's something that's more bite-sized, easier to digest, eat, consume, watch. So that being said, that's why this is that's the inspiration for this. But I want to get into some things about me and then talk about what you see in the thumbnail, WrestleMania 30, and some of my thoughts that are some of the things that I'm seeing leading into WrestleMania and everything like that. So with me, y'all all know if you've been keeping up with the live streams, I was in a car wreck in the day before Valentine's Day and everything like that. It wasn't no bad wreck or anything like that. I didn't hurt myself. I didn't hurt anybody else. I didn't really damage my car much other than the front bumper that's plastic and the two lights came out of the car. Well, we found one of the old lights 2 days later, and I got some new lights. Well, we pieced the car back together. I got some new parts in, and what's crazy about that is I got these parts in, but they took like 7 days longer than they should have been. And I called people. It's like, hey, I don't want to I want a refund later. Then they tried to sell me on, well, if you can reorder the parts, blah blah blah. I was like, no, I want a refund. And then the next day later, guess what? The parts show up at my house, and everything like that. So I'm just like, feel like it's a blessing in disguise because I'm like, I got my refund, got my money back, but then at the same time, I also got the parts. So the car is being fixed right now. It's got a front bumper on it. It's got two new front lights. The only thing is that right now it's got a little bit of a wonky hood, but I think I'm gonna ride with what I've got for a little bit and then go eventually to like a pick and pull DIY place and find a hood. And if I need to just paint it the color that to match the car or paint it the color to match the front bumper, then I'll go ahead and do that. But the car is back on the road and going so I can get to work. I can get to see who I want to see and just get out there in life. And also, my dad can use the car from time to time whenever he needs access to the car. You know what I mean? So that is a blessing in disguise. Guys, number two with me, I want to say thank you to anybody that's been talking to me, being my friend, and all that, because I know in the last year, couple years, there's been people that have come and gone in my life. And a lot of it was out of my control. Out of my control, where I couldn't hold anything to it. But I started to feel like, through all the loss that I've had. And I'm not gonna hit on the loss because some of the loss is real loss. That person's never coming back. But some of the loss was, hey, that person's just not a part of my life anymore. Some of that loss was physical things that you shouldn't even care about. But through all the trials, tribulations, loss, I know that I came into this year going with the goal of make it the best year yet. Be positive, pay it forward, all that. And I know that some people out there may have looked at it as a knock at me or as fake positivity or anything like that. But I'm just trying to every day that I get up out of bed and that I go to work, that I'm breathing, that I'm able to create content, that I'm able to get in that car and drive, that I'm able to text, Snapchat, anybody out there and everything like that. I'll be honest with y'all. I'll let y'all know. There's gonna be a little cut in the video. Y'all saw that light back there active wonky. I don't know if there's some kind of extraterrestrial life, some ghost, some phenomenon happening. But yeah, that just happened. So I had to step away for a second and fix that. But with all the positivity that I'm putting out there, mainly through TikTok and social media and in my live streams, I just want to let y'all know that I feel that in my heart because I want myself to do good, but I want you all to do good, whether it's me going out there and watching fellow content creators on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Instagram, TikTok, the list goes on of these different platforms, apps, stuff like that, and seeing what they're doing was reacting to wrestling or their art or their makeup or their cosplays or they're talking about different things out there, talking about Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation, whatever it is they're doing. I want to see those people grow, but also I want to see people at my job and my family and all these things grow as well. But also, even if you're just a viewer of me, I want to see you grow, and I want to grow my life in a positive way. Now, obviously, life's not going to be perfect and everything like that. We can all sit there and say, hey, I want to do this, this, and this, and it may happen, it may not happen. You may take 2 steps forward and then take 5 steps back, 3 steps forward, 1 step back. But the thing about it is, keep trying to push yourself forward because I know that through all the stuff that's happened to me since 2020, and I know there's a shit ton of stuff that's happened to me, but also there's a lot that's happened to each and every single one of you individuals. I know when it comes to me, I just know that whether it was sickness, it was people passing away, it was hardships at work, it was the weather, it was losing friends, I never gave up because if I gave up, then that would make me feel like it was bad to people in my life. So I just kind of, when I go to bed at night, as I guess Hulk Hogan said back in the day, eat your vitamins, say your prayers, blah blah blah, right? I eat my vegetables, I eat my fruit and all that. That's get my vitamins in how I get them in. But I do sometimes say prayers, but sometimes even if it's not like a traditional prayer, I just sit here and I sit here, or when I'm driving to work, I'm just thankful that I'm able to do what I do in life, and everything like that. So with that being said, hopefully you're doing as I put out there. It's cheeky, it's cheesy, blah blah blah. The three G's, however I hold it up, the number three, and that is good, great, grand. Because whatever you're going out there to pursue, go out there and do it. If it's going to go on a date with somebody, it's going to go to your first convention or wrestling event. It's out there playing a video game and beating it. It's hitting that button to go live or record a video. It's drawing something. It's working on your car. It's playing a guitar, bass, some drums. It's going out there singing. It's going out there and you're a dancer. You want to be a chef. Whatever it is you're doing, go out there and conquer it and everything like that. Because I want you all to do that. And yeah, that's that bit that I just want to put right out there, and everything like that. But moving on from that, as you see in the thumbnail, WrestleMania 40 is merely less than 40 days away from us, and everything like that at the time of this recording. You know, Obviously we've got the big marquee matches, and a lot of this stuff changed after the Royal Rumble because of CM Punk getting injured in the Rumble. It was supposed to be, hey, we're gonna have WrestleMania. It's gonna be CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. Well, CM Punk got injured, so they had to change a lot of things. And so far, when I look at what everything think, nothing, not all this is confirmed. But when I look at the card of WrestleMania, we've obviously got on probably night two, this match is happening. But we got night 1 and 2 of WrestleMania in Philadelphia, where we'll have Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, versus the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Boom! Obviously there's gonna be some elements in that of the bloodline somewhere in there. I feel like it. I feel like it in my heart, in my gut. But we'll have to wait and see how things play out leading up to it, because you got The Rock coming on SmackDown and everything like that. And The Rock element is there because it seems like they're teasing a match somewhere where it'll be Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns and The Rock. And no offense to Roman Reigns feels like he's playing little brother to The Rock in the whole bloodline thing. I'm like, you're the champion. You should sit there, stand toe to toe with The Rock. You should be able to sit there and stand on your own and show, hey, I'm this. I can talk. I can be there and do this. But it feels like he's playing second fiddle to The Rock. And it's more The Rock and Cody. And Cody just had the match with Roman to try to get the title that his father never got and get the title that he didn't win last year. But it feels like you got Roman versus Cody. You got now, after the Elimination Chamber, you got Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre, which I am a Drew McIntyre fan. And what he's been saying promo-wise the last little bit since CM Punk got injured, chef's kiss. He's been pretty right on a lot of those things he said, and everything like that. So, it's really, really cool to see what he's saying through social media and just him, and everything like that. Then you've got on the women's side, based off the Elimination Chamber and Royal Rumble, you got Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley, which is the man versus the mommy. And I feel like with that going on, it's going to be a damn good match. Not saying that Seth and Drew McIntyre are going to be a good match, because that's going to be a good match. Seth probably basically coming off an injury into that match, and everything like that. But we'll see how it goes. But you got the man versus Rhea Ripley. And I know a lot of people are throwing shade on that match because they feel like Liv Morgan should be there. They feel like Becky Lynch is pushed too much and everything like that. My thing is, Becky Lynch had last year stayed out of the title picture. She was in a program with Trish Stratus and I think Zoe Starks and some other things she did the last little bit. And she hasn't really been propelled to that in a while, And I feel like, no offense to Liv Morgan, she can build herself to be like one of the first contenders for the title after Mania, but she's coming off an injury. She needs to build herself back up. She's got the swelling of fans, obviously, and everything like that. But a more marquee match is the man versus Rhea Ripley, and everything like that. Then you've got on the other side, you got Io Sky versus the other women's championship, Io Sky versus Belly. And I feel like they need to put more and more stock into Belly because Belly won the women's Royal Rumble match. Belly has been there, tried and true. Belly was there during the pandemic. Belly should be on the posters. No offense to the EST Bianca Belair, but Belly should be more prominent on the posters and everything like that. And everything. I think Belly should have been a prominent thing at the press conference and everything that they had, to kick off those things and all that. I feel like she should have at least been at the Elimination Chamber to been like, hey, hey, I don't have a match tonight, but I want to let everybody know this, and send some shots towards Io Sky and everything like that. Because I really do like Belly, and I feel like Belly should be the one to go over Io Sky to really, really fracture that downfall of damage control and everything like that. Because all she's got is what's her name? Oh, I can't think of her name right now. Dakota Kai, and everything like that. But we'll see how everything plays out. But I want some more emphasis WWE put on that match and everything like that. And then based on the Elimination Chamber and everything, it looks like you might have AJ Styles versus LA Knight. You might have Randy Orton versus Logan Paul for the United States Championship. Well, I feel like they could do a fatal 4-way because I feel like LA Knight deserves to finally have a singles gold on him. And I feel like it was going to lead up to him and Logan Paul. But Logan Paul used brass knuckles, knocked out Randy Orton, and that's how Drew McIntyre won. So we got to see when Friday Night SmackDown hits and everything like that, how things go out on the Friday Night SmackDown side of things. But we'll see how it goes, and everything like that. And then obviously for the Undisputed Tag Team titles, it feels in my gut, it's like it's going to be Judgment Day versus Awesome Truth, and really it's going to be R-Truth getting his WrestleMania moment, defeating them, and then seeing where things go with down the road with that, and everything like that. And then outside of that, I feel like maybe they'll probably soon kick it in gear. Who's going to be Gunther's opponent at WrestleMania? Is it going to be Chad Gable? Is it going to be somebody else? How are they going to play the cards with Jimmy versus Jay Uso? And I don't feel like The Rock's going to have a singles match. I feel like it's going to be the tag team match, and then eventually there'll be the singles match where it's him and Roman down the road and everything like that. And then where are they going to put? Are they going to put Naomi on the card? Where are the other women going to be? Where are the other people on the card going to be? And everything like that. I'm not necessarily 100% on any of that. But with what I said, I feel like it's starting to be a solid card, and I feel like they're going to make it be the best WrestleMania, the biggest WrestleMania of all time. There's going to be some big things they got to do. You can't rely on the things that we thought we were because of some controversies that happened. A superstar was implicated in that guy's had been taken out of all the games and everything like that. Not gonna say their name, but y'all know who it is and everything like that. But we'll see where things go, and everything like that. Also, I did see NXT the other night, and I gotta say it's good to see Cody Rhodes' friend Shawn Spears, formerly Ty Dillinger, back in the WWE. I feel like at this time it'd be the right time to give light on him, get him a good run in NXT, or maybe make him be like the veteran on NXT and then eventually put him on the main roster and everything like that. And down the road, maybe have him and Cody Rhodes in a match or something together. It'd be cool to see that because he's in his 40s now, and I want to see Shawn Spears get a good highlight run. You know, he deserves it. He can work. You know, he's been around since the late 2000s. You know, and basically everything. He's been in WWE. He's been on the Indies a little bit. He's been in AEW, WWE, blah blah blah. You know, and everything like that. And last little thing I want to say on WWE and WrestleMania 40, I got to tip my hat off to Triple H. He's not a perfect human being by any means, but just the production quality since Kevin Dunn has left and the way that he's making creative, it's making WWE with him and Shawn Michaels and everybody else that's back there making Raw, SmackDown, NXT, NXT, the premium live events, all the other stuff that they do, more watchable. You know, it's like you can turn on wrestling in 2024 and say AEW, WWE, GCW, CMLL, Triple A, AEW, whether it's Dynamite, Collision, Rampage, you could say Rev Pro, you could say MLW, you could say OVW, NWA, TNA, and all those promotions or other promotions, and you could find something out there that probably you would watch. Anyway, just wanted to get a full first episode out there. You know, it's just gonna be kind of off the cuff. Me just throwing a few things out there in a bite-sized format, just to talk to you all. You know, if you enjoyed this, let me know down in the comment section. Leave a thumbs up and all that. I'm not gonna do a whole ton of editing, but obviously with that light being the way that it was, gotta edit a little bit and everything like that. But hopefully you enjoyed this, and I will see you all in the next video or stream. And remember, do the biggest favor of all, and that is stay awesome.